This week I thought I would use the reflection time on the GED to talk about two students that I met last week that were GED graduates. One was Zoe and one was Jesus. Let's start with Jesus. I spoke for about 15 minutes to Jesus. He's from Mexico, migrated to the US. Um, he's been an accountant for 22 years and has a bachelor's degree in accounting from South American University. He really, really, really wants to be a computer scientist, software developer, or data scientist. And as a part of that, um, he thought he would do his GED, which he graduated in 14 weeks, to jump into an American college to do a computer science degree so he could get a software development, data engineering, data scientist role. Jesus went through With You With Me's data training in about 4 weeks. So he went through it in the fastest way possible to get credentialed. So he can now do everything from visualization through to data pipelining. What's extremely interesting about him is that his aptitude is extremely high. He scored in a really top percentile of those that have completed our aptitude tests. He had off the chart scores for abstract reasoning. He also had off the chart scores for digital simple coding. And I probed him a little bit, and by probing him a little bit, I sort of asked, and why do you want to get a degree and how much money do you want to earn and what do you think you're good at? And he goes, I think I'm good at solving problems with technology. And I was like, well, what do you mean? He goes, well, I built an intake process for my clients in an accounting firm using my own tools. So he built his own low-code application that could deliver a solution, and it did. So, here we have a candidate that has got a lot of grit, is highly conscientious, has proven a few times how conscientious they are by completing things quickly, and he's extremely intelligent and the right person to solve new and unfamiliar problems. So we're going to share his story shortly, and we're going to walk through a capstone, which is a practical project, and we're going to share that out to as many employers as we can. And someone should really pick this guy up. He's exceptional. What really irked me, I asked him, what if he could wave his magic wand, what would be an absolute winning salary to jump into, or salary expectation? He said 30,000, and I was like, oh my god, I don't know how you live in Texas on 30,000, or really anywhere in the States. So, especially as a technologist, I'm like, one thing I really find is that these people don't know their value, and they don't know what they could do, and they don't know how to get there faster. So that's Hayes' story. He's an exceptional guy that became an accountant, that migrated, that's finished his GED with flying colours, and has already done a significant amount of technical training to get a technical job, which is nothing short of amazing. The other candidate I met was a candidate called Zoe. Zoe left college and left high school at around 16. Had to work 2 jobs to feed members of her family. Didn't really like school. It wasn't really providing an outcome other than some form of safety, and even then that's tricky. And always was in trouble for daydreaming. So Zoe is also just finished her GED and is currently working in retail. And we tested her aptitude and her abilities, and she would be a really good technical consultant or assistant store manager or general manager. She has a really high conscientiousness, the right amount of agreeables, limited neuroticism, really, really positive extroversion, so benefits from being around people, and on the other side of things, again, has extremely high abstract reasoning, the ability to solve new and unfamiliar problems. So I asked her why, how didn't she progress? And she's like, well, I don't know what I need to do next or what skills I need. I haven't finished high school. So I don't know what to do. So, we went through her results and we said all the types of jobs that she could do, and now she's going to go through our business analysis course and our IT sort of basics to see if she can become a technical consultant or a fast track line manager. So project management, BA, IT work. So I asked her, I'm like, well, you seem very efficient and effective at what you do. Why are you lagging? And she's like, well, and why didn't you like school? And why, do you know how you learn? And she's like, well, I don't really know how I learn. I just don't quit. And I found I always used to get in trouble for daydreaming at school. So I think there's a really positive hypothesis that the people that daydream when they're at school, or maybe want to bend the rules, or could have a really strong correlation to abstract reasoning. School doesn't like you to solve new and unfamiliar problems. It presents problems that have been solved. You need to comprehend them, analyze them, and see if they're true. It's very different to solving a new problem that doesn't have a point of truth established. Maybe the people that are great at solving unfamiliar and new problems don't benefit from our current learning model. And maybe they get told too many times that they're not a good learner, so therefore they quit. But in this particular case, it's always a great candidate for a management position in a customer-facing environment that has digital transformation challenges or opportunities, or even being a really effective technical consultant at a large firm or a small firm. It wouldn't matter. She'd be able to fit in the mold. So as we sort of head towards the midpoint of me going through the GED process, I've absolutely been blown away by the amount of people that have so much value but don't know what their value is. Over the next few weeks, as well as our normal GED reflections, we'll be sharing some interviews with people, how they went with the GED, what they're looking for, and what they're good at. So we see more talent from those that don't graduate our education system, or those that dropped out of it, and how you can employ them. Thank you.